Fashion is a prevailing style at a given time. In order for a style to become fashion, it must have acceptance among the members of a group. So how do we know what fashion is? Where do we look? Magazines, blogs, Instagram? How did we communicate fashion before these media? Fashion was originally communicated through Pandoras or fashion dolls. Fashion dolls are recorded to have been used as early as 1600 when French King Henry IV had dolls created for his Italian bride so that she would be fashionably dressed when she arrived at his French court. Fashion dolls are miniature versions of French couture gowns. They were sent to the European courts, and the dressmakers of those courts were able to remove the clothes and copy them as patterns. The dolls provided a front view as well as a back view, and they were sent with all necessary accessories and real styled hair of the latest fashions. Fashion dolls were used until the late 1600s when they were replaced by fashion plates during the reign of King Louis XIV of France. Fashion plates are engravings, illustrations, or drawings that were made on cardstock or metal. These fashion plates were easier to transport and reproduce, which gave them a broader reach. Fashion plates were sold to the wealthy as a set depicting the fashions of the time. In 1678, a French newspaper dedicated a special edition to fashion and began disseminating fashion styles to the middle class. Once those styles hit the newspaper, the wealthy were looking for new styles so that they could separate themselves from the middle class. As the middle class expanded in the 1800s, ladies' magazines became very popular. This led to the creation of the first fashion magazines, Harper's Bazaar in 1867 and Vogue in 1892. The magazines printed fashion plates to create their magazines. This new technology allowed them to be printed quickly and easily. In 1911, the world was introduced to fashion photography, and the immediacy of fashion photography made it the preferred medium for disseminating fashion. Fashion photography replaced fashion plates in fashion magazines in the 1930s. In the early 1900s, fashion shows were introduced by retail stores in hopes of attracting middle-class women to their stores. These fashion shows led to fashion weeks. The first unofficial fashion week, known as Press Week, was held for retail buyers and the press in New York City in 1943. Fashion shows are still used today as a way of disseminating new trends and styles to fashion buyers. The advent of the internet in the early 1990s signaled a transformation in many aspects of life, and fashion was not exempt. Traditional fashion publications turned to the internet and created digital fashion medias. Our magazines are now on the internet in digital form. Blogs were created because the internet meant that anyone could have an opinion and write about it. We've returned to a time where pictures are worth 1,000 words. Instagram, Pinterest, even Twitter. So, as Karl Lagerfeld says, what I like about fashion is change. Change means also that what we do today might be worthless tomorrow, but we have to accept that because we are in fashion. There's nothing safe forever in fashion. Fashion is a train that waits for nobody. Get on or it's gone. With the speed of disseminating the fashion with using the internet, the time that the fashion train waits is becoming shorter and shorter as new styles are becoming fashion.